shirted. It's a boy Funny Toast the Toast with the most.
Chaz, old nerdy bastard. What's up, man? How are you?
I think I'm alright.
Okay.
I'm good. We were sitting here, both t-shirted up. And then I started to click start, and I went push the start, and then the nigga said, "Yeah, I'm not shirting no more."
But what's wrong?
Nothing.
What's the problem?
I just don't know what it's about.
I can't wear my shirt off.
I get no preference.
I can't take my shirt off like Bo DeMaio.
No,
I can't be shirtless in everything I do.
I didn't hit stop.
I mean, you know,
I started the show, nigga.
You know, I can't wear a shirt. That nigga Bo DeMaio, all he do, every picture of his is shirtless. So, you know, I lost some weight.
I've never seen a shirtless picture of Bo DeMaio, so I have no idea what, like, is it like, is he like stupid ripped or something? Like,
he is buff. He is buff. He is in shape. But every picture this nigga shows, he does not have a shirt on. And even when, you know, he has the thing he's going against Disney. And in the videos he makes, he doesn't have a shirt on. I'm like, dog, do you not own a t-shirt? Do you not even own a wife beater? So, I'm going to be shirtless. Gonna use this bit of Taz as reference for my art. Please! You're gonna send this to the...
Represent, bro. Represent.
Oh, shit.
Bro, matter of fact, it's sad because this literally reminds me, I went to the doctor this past week, and apparently in the past, like, 2 months, I put back on, like, almost, like, 30 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, it is, like, she was like, you are, like, 294, and I was like, God damn. I don't even feel like I noticed. I like yo-yo because I went down to, like, I think it was, like, 260, like, low, or mid-260s.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, bro, just...
Well, I guess I took some of my weight and gave it to you.
Yeah, no thank you.
No thank you?
I don't want it.
You don't want it?
Yeah, you can give
Well,
it
I have to put it somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a good while where I was trying to collect mass.
Yes, yeah.
You know, I was trying to be like the sun. You know what I'm saying? The sun does so much for us.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I want my own orbit. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, drop my keys. Nope, it just fell into orbit. Give it about 2 hours. It'll be right back around me. But yeah, man. Well, congrats on the weight loss.
Thank you.
Want to give you that. But yeah, I did not know Bo. I remember you mentioning it before, but I don't know. I guess I never. I didn't think Bo knows shirtless, so I never went to his site.
Bo knows shirtless. Bo doesn't know a shirt.
Bo don't know shirts.
Bo don't do shirts. So I can't wear my shirt. I can't be shirtless. Why can't I be shirtless? Why can't I be free? Why can't I be free?
Be free, brother.
I'm free, and it's hot as shit in here. So it's like,
it's hot. It is.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll be walking around the house right now with AC blasting everything.
Plus, I have to sell comic books, so hopefully this helps. I mean, shit.
He said this will help sell comics.
Help sell comics. That's the point.
Titties out sells comics.
Yeah, titties out.
Well, that definitely goes within the title. I said kick the start. You kick the shirt to start the Kickstarter.
I kicked off the shirt to kick off.
It said how else? You know, hey, I can tell you right now, there are plenty of women who have made millions by basically being damn near shirtless on Twitch.
Yes, and on Twitch, and on OnlyFans.
Well, yeah, I mean. Generally, you lose more than the shirt on OnlyFans. Let's see.
Fair.
You might even be some insertion process going into OnlyFans.
Shit.
It's a competitive site, from what I understand.
Dead ass.
I don't know. I guess because I'm part of this generation, like people like, oh yeah, well you know you got. I do not have an OnlyFans. I never saw the point in it.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm like, you guys do realize that porn has been free since like what 1994.
Paying for porn is crazy.
You had the internet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, at first it started very slow because you had dial-up, and getting one picture would be like 4 hours. You're like, ooh, she might look fine at thumbnail. Click. All right, I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna get some coffee.
Dead ass.
You come back, first titties exposed. You're like, yes.
No, dead ass.
Another couple days, and I might see her belly.
Shit. But you know, regarding this Bo DeMaio situation,
Bo did titty.
Sir, I do not like the term titty. I prefer moob.
Moob.
I prefer
Hey,
moob.
nigga, look. I know that you saw Endgame. I saw Endgame. Got a God bod, nigga. Sport that shit.
Yes, yes.
Nigga,
God
you
body.
are, Task Odin's son.
The God. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. God body. God body. My nigga. Hey. Is that I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
It's a brookie, nigga. 7-Eleven brookie.
I'm going to shit on my nigga. Shit. Shout out Fat Thor. That's my nigga.
But to be fair, I didn't do dinner last night. So.
You don't owe me an explanation.
I'm about to
that
are judging me right now for eating a brookie.
I feel
especially when I just said I gained like 30 pounds.
Shit. It's a double chunk.
But temperature's going down.
It is.
So next week, back to the track.
Back at it.
Back to the
track. At it. I like
back to the track. Back in VR.
I like it.
Bro, I can't hardly even play VR. Nigga, I be sweating so bad I can't even see shit in the thing.
Shit. I weigh myself at the end of every month. Last month and this is kind of selfish of me.
Okay.
Last month I only lost 3 pounds, and I don't know, maybe because I've started eating a little bit more, but usually I'm losing a lot more weight. My doctor is excited about it because he always felt like I was losing way too much weight, way too quickly. So the fact that my metabolism is starting to slow down, he's like, yeah. He was like, yeah, you shouldn't be losing like 10 plus pounds a month.
Well, and that also depends too on what your lifestyle changes. So when you just change diet, there's a lot of fat that'll just
drop off.
Shed off.
Yeah.
And then like if you keep shedding that much fat, then something's generally wrong. But if you start to plateau where you're not losing that much fat, then it's like, okay, you're doing what you need to do diet-wise. Mm-hmm. Now it's time to start changing the physical lifestyle time where those walks need to start turning into some jogs, some runs, some push-ups, some planks, some...
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I walk every morning. I wake up early and I walk. That's one of the main reasons why I started trimming down. Not just the change of that too, but the walking. Because I also want to keep some kind of muscle, so I don't want to just lose weight from just not eating. And so I started doing it that way. And that was just the way that, it started off. And then I started walking further and further. Since I'm extremely flat-footed, it's very hard for me to run. And with all the weight that's on me, it really messes up my knees. So I'm trying to get a bicycle. I'm trying to get a bike that I can ride.
The key is, no matter what, heart rate up.
Yeah.
That's why before, like I was recommending, get a VR headset.
It's not a bad idea.
I shit you
not a bad idea.
One, it's gaming. Mm-hmm. You like to game. Mm-hmm. 2, it's solo competitive. And some of the games you can even go online, but it's like, it's that fun competitive. So a lot of times, especially like when I drop a bunch of weight, like I didn't really want to I don't like sitting there and just working out. Like even putting on music and shit like that I'm not as motivated. But when I was in VR and I had a high score or I was trying to knock a nigga out in the boxing or something, nigga, I'm putting in that extra mile. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm leaving that shit dripping sweat, heart beating out my fucking chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's different, but it's engaging. You're moving and since you said the flat-footed thing, you can do that in a confined space. So you're getting your heart up, you're doing degrees of squats, ducking up and down, you're punching, arm movement, side. Like you're engaging a lot of muscles, a lot of activity, getting your heart rate up with and stationary. And you play video games, nigga.
It's true. I was thinking of doing something like that, maybe taking up some boxing. Not some actual box, but hitting the pad, hitting the thing.
And see, I did that. I got a punching bag in the back and stuff, and that's where I did I did a lot of that for a good amount of time. But like I said, there was something about moving from that into that the engagement piece. No, to the point where I started putting on I got weighted gloves and shit over there.
I saw it. I see it.
Yeah, I tied that shit to the fucking what's it called? Literally to the handsets. It was like, nigga, I am going to town, nigga. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
There's no joke here, bro. I fucks with the VR. I fucks with the VR. I do that shit. It is a great workout.
100%.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, not bad. So yeah, you know, I came in shirtless because every picture of Bo DeMaio I'm seeing, a nigga is just shirtless, which he's entitled to do. Someone made a good point. They said if you're gay and buff, you're probably gonna be shirtless. Gay buff nigga, I had to think about that. I was like, yeah. like you gonna see this. You gonna see this work.
And I'll keep it 100. Mm-hmm. I have no problem with you being your whole ass sexual self in your private life and your social media and all that. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like companies definitely should attack that. But at the very same time, like, yeah, I also feel like you don't bring that shit to work. You don't bring that shit to work.
And when the accusations against you are you send sexual poses of yourself to people, you probably shouldn't talk about it while in sexual poses. You probably shouldn't do that.
Should enter like this.
Yeah, like, dog, like, how are you trying to explain your case to me without a shirt on? When the whole concept of the reason why you're in this situation is because you didn't have a shirt on.
So I'm thinking season 2, all the X-Men are in G-strings.
No, I mean, knowing X-Men fans, that could be the move.
We're gonna do a X-Men swimsuit special to commemorate the old school.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Those were big books. Let's keep 100. That was like a whole ass thing.
The summer specials.
The summer swimsuit specials.
The summer ones were hilarious.
They'd even have Punisher.
Yeah.
In swimsuits, like
and his ridiculous. Punisher, his Speedo was just the skull.
Yeah,
it was just the Punisher skull.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. Yes, I took my shirt off. I do that because I don't give a fuck. This is who I am. This is what it is.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. And if you looked at any of my rap stuff, I always took my shirt off. I didn't fucking care. Whatever. Yeah, I'm a big nigga. I've been rapping. What are you gonna do about it? I didn't make it, like, here's the thing. Yes, I'm a fat dude. I didn't make it, like, my identity. Like, yeah, I took my shirt off, but, like, I didn't talk about being fat all the time. Like whatever I am, nigga. But I'm trying to lose weight. We're here. Yeah, so
props, man, you doing it.
Oh props, man, I'm trying. Thank you. But Bo DeMaio, he is. Let's be clear here. He just wants a payout. He wants the payout. He's like, I'm leaving here with something. You know that meme with Denzel Washington when he was talking to Jamie Foxx? Mm-hmm. He was like, I'm leaving here with something.
Oh yeah. And I mean, you also have to realize that people probably told, as things happened before the show completely dropped, there was probably a lot of the, oh, well, Marvel's on the outs anyway, don't worry, it's probably not going to be, it'll probably be good, but not as big, and then it turns out that it blows up. People fucking love it. Now it's like, oh, fuck. What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do now that you've done greatness in the light of doing fuck shit?
100%. What concerns me about Bo is that I really honestly feel like he doesn't think what he did was wrong. Like, at all.
Oh, definitely
like,
not.
he is like, I didn't do anything. And now he's trying to run the whole, well, they have something against gay people thing. And I'm sorry. I'm just, yes, people do get discriminated for being gay in different places. I'm having trouble believing, and I'm open to being wrong about it, but I'm having trouble believing that man went to work with his shirt on, didn't send anybody anything, and just showed up, did his job, and went home. And Disney's just at home like, oh, this gay ass nigga, oh, he's gay, we don't like that, oh, that's disgusting. And then they just fired this nigga. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble dealing with that one.
And I can tell you this, as I work with a fairly decent number of openly gay men and openly gay women.
Mm-hmm.
none of them have sent me sexually suggestive posts.
1,000%.
And
1,000%.
The best part is there are multiple times where we exchange human-like images to determine patterns, positions, the how a person could be positioned in something, with how they're outstretched, how they're moved, 4 different sensors and configurations. And at no point is somebody like, you know what? I'm going to go in there and I'm going to put my actual picture in there for somebody else to interpolate. And people have posed. And then you just black out their pose. Or when people do it, they have their clothes on. So having interacted in a space where we've exchanged pictures between people, and not at one point does somebody say, you know what, this is going to work a lot better if I take my shirt off.
Yeah.
Which, and don't get me wrong, if it was like something along the lines of like, oh, well, in Bo's free time, or Bo had artists and he pushed to be the like centerpiece for them to, like, if they were going to hire and sculpt people already, you know how like they do, like, you know, let's have the model for the reference of the human body. They're gonna do all that already, but he pushed himself to be in that. Then I'm like, I mean, okay, I wouldn't have really a problem with it. But it's like, if you were just randomly, like, I open up my email box because I'm coming to work in the morning, having my coffee, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, this nigga Bo shirt was good.
Again, and like
in my email box.
I don't know if I've ever seen a nigga with a shirt on. Like, dog. That this isn't helping your case when the accusation against you is that you're sending pictures of your body, and you also have an OnlyFans, and every picture of you was without your shirt.
And you guarantee that Disney did not do this and is not sticking by this position without probably having multiple warnings on record as to you can't be doing this. And that's where, like, I agree with Taz. Like, he probably sees nothing wrong with it and pushed. Like, well, why not? Well, what's the problem? And it's like, no, look, when you were at that job, you were a representative of that company. It ain't about you no more.
You know, when I had these conversations with people, it annoys me, and let me tell you why. Folks, it's Disney. It's Disney. When we have these type of conversations about what's appropriate and what's not, that needs to be in the conversation. That this is Disney here. And when you roll with Disney, you can't move like everyone else can. You don't like it, don't work there. There's other places you can work. But for Disney, you have to move a certain way.
Like, for example, if you become a cop, you can't also sell drugs. They frown upon that.
It's a great way of putting it.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you know,
it sounds ridiculous.
You're not supposed to do it.
It sounds ridiculous that way, but that's pretty much what's happening with him. You know, if you work for Disney, you can't send your staff. Matter of fact, if you work at all,
yeah, the vast majority of non-porn companies don't allow you to send sexual photos or sexually suggestive. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but if you are employed and you generally have meetings multiple times a year about this kind of thing, where it's like, hey, look, we generally prefer you guys don't even fucking speak to each other unless it's about work shit. Don't date. Don't send pictures of yourself for others. Don't have posters of, like, sexually suggestive posters. You know what? You want a poster, nigga? Here's what's acceptable. Dilbert, Kathy, and Liz, nigga. That's all you. That's all we want to see in your fucking cubicle.
No, I'm with
Matter
you.
of fact, if you don't post shit except for work hard, you know, things, little pictures that say work harder.
Right.
We don't want to see it.
Like I said, it's hard for me to sit here and say, it's hard for me to sit here and think that man did nothing wrong, showed up, did his job, went home, and the creators are like, yeah, we're gonna fire this nigga first day we can.
Yeah.
And announce to the world.
Not just that. After screening it and seeing, yeah, this shit is really good.
Yeah, we're gonna fire him
Yeah,
now.
let's get rid of this.
Yeah, let's get this nigga out of here.
This shit is too good.
Yeah, let's get him
this
out
shit
of
don't
here.
make us money. We don't want that.
And they fired him expeditiously and let everybody know There's a reason why they did that. There is a reason why usually when people are let go, it's not as loud as that.
Yeah.
That was loud.
Yeah. There's no they can't roll that back.
Yeah, that was
Like,
loud.
they put it out there, and remember, it's Disney.
Mm-hmm.
If they're gonna be that loud, it's because they got buckets of receipts.
Yes, yes, and they know that you're messy boots. They know you're messy, so they're like, no, we're gonna get in front of this before you do.
Wow.
We're gonna jump in front of this gun before you do. And like I said, when he finally came out and said, yes, I'm gonna talk about it, and then he said, well, they did it because of this, they did it because I was gay. Them niggas Disney had a response immediately.
Oh, I don't even think they had to push the go button. I think that was one of those like, hey, look, we're just gonna set this out on the net.
Yeah.
If we see this nigga talking messy,
Yeah.
just auto.
Yeah.
And be like how I was talking about, like in the moment of my death, all these documents were released. They had some shit like that going.
Yeah, no, that
like
was
the moment this messy nigga
for real.
some shit,
Yeah.
immediate.
Yeah, that was Disney's Meet the Grams. Like, dear Nemayo, I'm sorry that I crashed the party.
I mean, real talk, bro. It was on that.
Like on some real shit. I was like, because I know I've been in positions where people would, make accusations about the company I'm working for, and we had to come up with a rebuttal. But that has to go through so many different people to approve it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They knew this was gonna happen. This is Disney here, so ain't shit going out until like that big wigs look at it. There ain't nothing going out. Especially anything MCU related. Especially anything Marvel related. Especially anything Disney Plus related. Nothing is going out unless numerous people seen it. The fact that they had that out expeditiously means that they have had conversations about this nigga.
Yeah.
They have had talks about him. And they knew this was going to come, and they knew this was going to happen. And they were like, we're going to be ready for it. Now, Bo DeMaio, once again, Bo comes out and says the video, shirtless. And he says, yes, if you want to learn more, subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Marketing.
Putting your scandal behind a paywall is insane. I've never seen no shit like that in my life. You want to hear more about my scandal? Come to my OnlyFans. The one thing that's been controversy this whole time.
Well, I mean, technically, it's just because he's not tied to a big network, but that's exactly what Kim Kardashian did. You want to hear more about my scandal? Here's Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Fair. And they were selling the tape.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
They were selling the tape.
Well, let's be real. The tape never got leaked.
No, that was a leak. That was... we put this out.
The closest to a leak that there was Chris found out. And Chris said, money, money, money all the time.
Hey, listen. Shout out to Kris Kardashian. She's a big fan of black men named Corey.
Goddamn.
She's a big fan of younger niggas named Corey.
Hey, Rob's her though. She getting her thing. She getting her thing cleaned out.
I'm not mad.
Let's be real.
I'm not mad at old white women getting young black dick. Shout out to Cher.
Well, I mean, she had to do something. She got the cream of the white crop. I mean, Bruce Jenner was a whole ass decathlete.
This is true.
Like, let's be real. That motherfucker was like the physical white specimen of all time. That nigga was on Wheaties boxes.
This is true.
So Chris needs to put down. So then she can go from there and get a regular black man who's naturally a decathlete.
I gotta see that nigga's like a chick. I gotta see that nigga's a chick.
Yeah.
Oh, MTF is here. MTF, you missed me shirtless. Maybe I should take it off again. Maybe I should take it off.
Every hour the shirt comes off.
Every hour the shirt comes
for at
off.
least 20 minutes.
Bo DeMaio can do it without his shirt. How come I can't? Why can't I?
Only task.
Why can't I go shirtless, nigga?
Well, I mean, first of all, nigga, I ain't seeing no donations.
That's true. Yeah. Y'all want to see me shirtless, man? Send something to this podcast. Send some.
This is a podcast. Send some money.
Yeah. Send the money. On some real shit. Bo, let's be clear. He just wants to pay out. He wants to pay out. And people are like, well, that doesn't make sense. No, it makes perfect sense. And let me tell you why. It will cost Disney more to go to court with him.
You know?
Somebody stop me when I'm wrong. It's going to cost them more to go to court with him than it is just to pay this nigga off. Also, that gets him to shut the fuck up. That gets his lawyer to shut the fuck up. And it gets it out the papers. They'll just say, alright, they settled it. Next thing. Mufasa, dropping later this year.
Mufasa. That nigga said, I'm going from Bo to Mufasa.
No, I'm just saying that's pretty much what will be happening. Like,
no, it wouldn't even. I mean, yeah, it would be very quick. It would be quiet. Then I'm sure, guarantee they would be like, look, you can't talk about it.
that's true. If they said the problem is he already didn't honor one NDA, this is true. Also, I told people, look at the silence of the people who worked on that show and have said nothing.
Because of the NDA.
They don't have to break the NDA. They could be anonymous. How many times have anonymous people came out against Disney? How many times? Because anonymous niggas said...
Well, yeah, but I mean, I also don't think you do that when Disney did what I think they're supposed to do and got rid of them.
I mean, you can, but what I'm saying is, I'm in this day and age...
That's not a real big thing to say, hey, there was some shit going on wrong in my workplace and the company handled it and got rid of the person. That's not the same shit.
Like I said, I just refuse to believe that every person who worked there, because they didn't really sign the NDAs until after everything was done.
No, you signed NDAs going into that. Anytime you
Beginning?
work for like Disney.
And you can't talk
Once
about
you work for Disney, it's like working for like Google and big companies like that. Like,
true.
No, your internal workings and things of that nature, you don't talk about, especially as they're being handled or arbitrated.
I don't think you're wrong, but my question is, we've seen numerous situations where people have come out about work conditions.
Well, yeah, generally those people was in the wrong and they end up getting fired.
They're all disgruntled employees. They're all disgruntled.
It's unsubstantiated disgruntled employees and niggas ain't getting work no more, like Ray Fisher. Where it's like, hey, I mean, you weren't wrong and shit came out, but the only reason why you was like so loud is because you ain't had no work. Like everybody else was like, oh yeah, I mean they're wrong. Even some of them even came up and spoke out about it, but they're also like, I'm also working.
MTF says, I'm also working. MTF says, I assume that they're the reason why we found out why Bo was fired in the first place. Sort of. This ain't his first rodeo. He was on The Witcher. And he got kicked off of The Witcher. And he complained about being kicked off The Witcher. Didn't make as much of a big deal about it, but that's mostly because his name wasn't plastered as the guy who was on The Witcher, because there was numerous writers. And he got let go silently. And people started doing research, and there were people who worked on the set with him and worked in the writer's room who were making a lot of comments about somebody doing things inappropriate and sending things to people that were inappropriate.
I don't see why we keep giving Gerald shirts. Just ruining the show, guys.
I'm weak as fuck. But, and people, even the showrunner said something about it. Like, dog, it ain't hard to put two and two together. And no, it's most likely this dude because, and also people were sneaking out saying that, yeah, this nigga was doing some shit. Like, and then when you think, I don't know about that, then you go to his page, it's all him with his shirt off. This man does not own a single t-shirt. Is he doing anything wrong with that? No. But once again, you work for Disney. And when you work for Disney, you represent that company. And they're not going to want to be involved with that. This is Disney here. Let me give you a great example. Do you remember when Gunn got fired from Marvel, from Disney?
Yeah.
He got fired because, people brought up his old accusations about the wildly inappropriate. Like, let's be clear, the shit he was doing was fucking nuts. Like, dog. But I do not subscribe to the idea of holding people hostage to past mindsets. So,
especially if it's more mindset, not action.
I mean, it was an action.
Uh-huh.
It was an action. He was tweeting it.
tweeting it. Well,
Well, he wasn't actually doing
I'm saying,
this
like,
shit.
yeah, like your wife's doing was like you actively sexually assaulted.
No, I get what you're saying. I
You
get
know
what
what
you're
I
saying.
mean?
Yeah,
Bill Cosby,
yeah.
where you were drunk, like those. I feel like do have a place where it's like, yeah, we can't forgive and forget that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you didn't just think it. It wasn't like a stray thought you shared.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, well, this is how I thought of it at the time.
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, like, I mean, I ain't going back and cancel Eddie Murphy for gay jokes and shit like that. Like,
It's true.
yeah, but at the same time, you know, yeah, I mean, the shit you did.
It was, I mean, at first when it happened, I was like, how bad was it? Then I read it, I was like, oh shit. It's pretty bad. But in Gunn's kind of sort of defense, I don't think that he thought that he was going to reach the heights that he did. Especially if you see the type of content he was doing. I don't think he did. I think Gunn is a great, what's that?
Also, I don't know. I don't like that defense.
Tell me more.
Because all that says is you didn't believe in your own product.
I don't think so.
Just because you didn't
I don't
believe in your own
think that-
product,
if you
don't mean
look-
you should sit shit on yourself.
If you look at his old stuff, there's no way he would know that he was going to get picked up by Disney afterwards. I think that's fair. I think that is a fair statement.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't know at the time, but that also means you don't believe in yourself enough to think that you could be picked up by a big company.
I don't think so. No, it's not that I don't think that. I'm just saying.
And
we don't
that
have to
you-
agree.
You feel like you could do fuck shit for that reason.
Thank you. MTF said it. He was an edgelord making edgelord content. I don't think a single edgelord thinks they have the chance to do Disney. I don't think he did, and I don't think that was because he wasn't confident. I think because he was an edgelord. But Disney said, "Yo, we're gonna fuck with you," and of course he completely quit, in which anyone should do. Just be like, "Yeah, okay, I fucked up. I'm given a chance to do better." I do not agree with what Disney did, but I get it. But I 100% get it. It wasn't the fact that he was just saying crazy shit. He was saying it about children. Once again, this is Disney. This is an important factor that you cannot ignore. It's Disney. You know the people who make shit for children? Probably don't want a guy working on there who made pedophilia jokes.
Disney makes shit for children.
Well, that's what they're known for. As a matter of fact, they make shit for children so good, they have the #1 cartoon of all time. Fuck. Inside Out 2 is overperforming. #1 cartoon ever.
It's emotional.
Ever.
You
And
watch
Gunn,
it?
unlike Bo, took accountability. Thank you. Gunn was like, look, yeah, it was stupid. He took accountability more than once. He was like, yeah.
Bo still didn't do anything wrong, according to Bo.
But that's the problem. Gunn was like, yeah, that was stupid of me. I was young. I did dumb shit. But here's the problem. Look at how much shit happened when it was exposed for the second time. It was on the news. Paper. People talking about it everywhere. Disney hires a guy making pedophilia, blah, 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 blah. They fire Gunn. Like I said, I don't agree with it. But I understand why they did it.
Especially at the time.
Exactly.
The
100%.
climate was like,
100%.
get rid of everything toxic.
Now, oh yeah, that was like in the height of the Me Too movement and people being exposed for shit. Right. So then, what happens next? WB immediately picks him up. Within like the week, they went and knocked on that nigga house. Dirt, yeah. Come outside. I got something for you.
So
Nothing happened. No news. No conversation. No controversy. This is the same man that they told Disney to kick out for pedophilia jokes. Now this man is doing fucking Superman. No comments. Nothing. Not a single thing. What is the difference? The mouse. That's the difference. That's it.
no, I mean, Bo should get a call pretty soon to go do Teen Titans, right?
Listen, I'm gonna be clear.
From X-Men to Titans.
I'm gonna be clear.
He's like, we're gonna put these kids in some serious shirtless outfits.
Sending pictures of how Beast Boys.
Why does Cyborg wear a shirt? He ain't got no real body anyway.
He ain't got no dick. First thing he does is
He's gonna make Buff Robotics.
He's gonna give him a dick. He's like, nah. This needs a penis.
Two penises.
Nah, and this is how he should look. Nah, his bulge.
Matter of fact, that's gonna be a 3-episode arc about
That was a whole arc.
about
The quest for the penis, the quest for the cyborg dick.
Cyborg's Optimus penis, and how it transforms, and how they had to go to Cockatron to get it.
Cockatron. It's on the moon or some shit.
Darkseid's what's it called anti-puss equation is what created it.
The burden of the mountain, dead ass. Like let's be real here. Like
Dick Grayson ain't gotta wear no pants. He would be Dick Grayson if he did.
he's like, no, he has to go by Dick.
Just Dick.
Just Dick.
First and last name,
No,
Dick.
why do we call him Dick Grayson? What is the Grayson? I mean, yeah. What does the Grayson mean? You don't need to know this nigga last name. You just go by Dick. Dick Grayson ain't gonna wear no pants. Or he's gonna be like, nah, I should go back to Speedos. He's gotta go.
No, everybody goes back to Speedos.
Everybody goes back to
Everybody
Speedos.
goes back to Speedos.
Hey, at one point, that nigga
But there's a shortage in the DC universe, so only bottoms, no shirts.
only bottoms.
Only bottoms, no shirts.
He's probably the only bottom. Anyways, we even that even fucking Cyborg got a romper and put him back in the romper.
Oh God!
Put him back in the romper.
Remember the romper.
I think I had a romper when he first dropped.
That nigga said, "All my single ladies, all my
Got
single
the one
cyborgs,
piece?
all my single cyborgs."
Got the one.
He got the one
Got the
piece.
one piece.
One Piece didn't help me with shit.
God damn it!
Oh God. It's funny.
I'm fucking weak. But you know what, Bo? I want to say good luck to you, but it seems like you're on some fuck shit. Even a lot of my gay niggas who are like rolling with you, even they're like, like you can't ignore that. Like I said, I still feel the silence is loud. Like I feel like somebody would break an NDA if they really thought what was happening to that nigga was incredibly unjust. I feel like they would break the NDA, and then people would do a GoFundMe to pay for the fees, whatever.
And that's my entire point. Is like, because you're guilty. That's what the fuck it's all about.
The silence is
it
loud.
It is one of those things. It's like you said. It's like a pedophile, where pedophiles is like, oh, hey, well, all I was doing was messing with children. And people are like, you can't do that. Like, but I don't see anything wrong with it. Cool. Tell that to Tiny over there in the corner.
Yeah.
As he beats the shit out of you and rapes you in the head. But he don't see nothing wrong with that. So you guys are in a good headspace together.
Headspace. So we so yeah, shout out to Bo, whatever y'all decide to do. Whatever happens, I feel like a payout is coming. I just, even though he broke an NDA, I feel like at this point Disney wants this shit out of the paper. Mm-hmm. I think that they got other shit dropping this year that they want to focus on, because right now ain't nobody coming close to Disney. They already $3 billion in.
What?
They already $3 billion in.
No, that's because of the formula.
Wait, that was just the MCU formula.
It is. The MCU, in and out's in the MCU. Yeah, that girl become a mutant. I swear to God.
I can see that happening, actually.
Riley become a mutant.
The Bo the Meyer Ray Fisher. I'm shocked Ray Fisher hasn't reached out to Bo. Remember what happened with the what the fuck? Kane. Major. Jonathan Major. I think Ray Fisher was like, hey yo. Then he also did it with fuck. My memory's bad. Finn.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, John Boyega.
John Boyega was like, oh no, I still got work.
John Boyega was like, relax, brother. Oh no, I still got money coming.
It's wild. I remember when prior to Quantumania, if you typed in J-O-N or J-O-H-N, the first motherfucker came up. Even J-O.
Yeah, that nigga was everywhere.
That nigga's moved
He was
down
like
to third.
the guy. He was like the guy.
That nigga moved down to third, bro. Making good pace for everything for Jonathan Majors, and no one knows that she sees it him.
Absolutely. So 100%. So let's talk about it. DC, making some noise.
DC Detective Comics.
Speaking of detective, let's keep it DC for a minute. So they're
Jonathan Majors IMDb is starting to look like Ray Fisher's. Nothing. One upcoming. He has a. Nope.
He filmed something. Something is filmed that hasn't been put out.
Yeah, Merciless is in people.
Okay, yeah, he filmed something that they're kind of just sitting on it. Like, we don't even know how we're gonna do this. I bet you they're pissed. They're like, well, fuck, nigga. Like, oh man, and he was great in Creed 3. And he was great in Creed 3.
He was on his motherfucker.
He was on his way out of here.
That is
Joker 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, let's talk about that first. I think DC and the creators are starting to sweat a little bit.
Really?
About Joker 2.
Really?
Yes.
I heard the initial screenings did not go well.
I don't know if they went well or not.
People were like, they did not utilize Gaga nearly enough. It takes place, like, most of it's in a courtroom.
I believe it.
And it's very, like, they're like, the pacing is just not good. Like, they're like, it does nothing for the first movie, and on its own, it's not.
Yeah.
It's bad.
100%. And what's funny is, it's funny watching the mental gymnastics on display from everyone, including Gaga, in their attempt to try to convince the world that it's not a musical. They are pushing that it's not a musical. It's not a musical. People just express their emotions through song that they're singing.
It's not a musical. It's not a place where we sing our feelings.
It blows my mind in their consistent attempt to convince us that it is not a musical. They do so by explaining exactly what a musical is. It's not a musical. People just sing because they don't know what to say.
This is not a live stream. It's not people streaming live content over video that you can see. It's not that.
You can see it on a streaming site. But we're not streaming. What we're doing is we're just two people having a conversation with ourselves in the air, I guess, and someone's filming it.
Yes. So we're kind of more like an action comedy.
100%. Scriptless.
Scriptless action comedy.
Or are we scripted?
We spend all week, months, sometimes a couple weeks. That's why we take time off. Writing every line, every movement, everything has to be planned. Even this.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm gonna look it up. When does Joker 2 drop? I think it drops later this month.
October 4th.
Oh, so you know about it?
It's on my birthday.
You gonna go see it on your birthday?
Nope.
Uh,
I'd rather enjoy my birthday.
Fair.
I number one, like, I don't know. I kind of like the idea that I guess I came up with for what Joker 1 was. And I would have liked Joker 2 to have been something else in the same. And I think that if it was more about comedy, or more about, not comedy, the comic, versus kind of just utilizing the Joker character to write other movies, to get other movies off the ground that wouldn't, that probably wouldn't get off the ground otherwise. I would have liked them to do 3 separate Joker movies with the 3 different Jokers, but each would have been Joker basically telling a different backstory. So you remember at the end of the movie where it shows that he's telling the nurse about, or the psychologist about this whole story. I would have liked it if he would have we would have done another one, and it would have been cool. With the cool idea about it, I think, would be you give one of the Jokers Harley. So instead of having Harley be whatever the fuck they're doing in this, where she's crazy and whatnot, she's the psychiatrist. But the one time he doesn't kill her.
Okay.
But each one of them would have been a different, basically him telling a different backstory as to how he started doing what he was doing.
It's true.
And then, because the whole Joker likes his origin to be multiple choice thing. Like, I think that would have been a better
I like it.
And even in that, you could potentially do one as a musical, but it's like it doesn't feel like this is centered around anything that's built out. It just feels like, well, you want to do a musical, and you decided to do a Joker. And you're gonna love this shit.
Not 100%. I'm with you. The bright side is that we don't have to worry about people wanting to bring this Joker to. Oh, they should have never wanted that. Even though you're right. I'm like, this is the worst. If I'm a Joker fan, if I'm a fan of the character Joker, this is the worst interpretation of Joker I've ever seen in my life.
If you're a fan of the Joker, and they ever did multiverse stuff, you would appreciate this Joker just making an appearance and then getting shot.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like the real Joker would hate this Joker. Who the fuck are you, pussy?
We all can't be winners.
You fucking pussy ass bitch. The fuck is this?
Like, number one, nothing was funny about anything you did.
What you did wasn't funny. Why did you shoot that dude? That wasn't funny. Like, I feel like the real Joker would be like, what'd you shoot that nigga for? Like, what?
Yeah, and Joker would shoot him and then not laugh. And be like, yeah, that wasn't even funny. That was, no.
Joker would go on a show real quick and then shoot the nigga to see if people laugh at it. Then he shoot him and be like, I feel nothing. He's like, so he just killed the dude. That wasn't even funny, dog.
Did you watch South Park?
Which one?
Do you remember the Cartman broke his funny bone episode? like
yes.
Nothing else funny.
Yeah.
Nothing else ever be funny to me.
Nothing. Was that the gay fish episode? I think it was the gay fish episode.
So,
where it was the greatest joke ever told, and he was just like, nothing makes you laugh anymore.
God damn it, Jimmy.
They should have a scene in the DCU of the Joker watching Joker. That'd be great.
This sucks.
What the fuck is this?
He should be watching Joker too. Like, the first one was so good.
He's like, first of all, he only killed one person. He only killed 2 people. Second of all, why he let the little nigga leave? Why he let a witness leave? The fuck? He was like, it was almost funny till you let him leave.
You know, well, it was almost funny until he let him leave, but the only kicker should have been that dude should have came back. Or dude should have started, the little dude should have started killing people. You know, like, because you remember, I mean, that was one of the things that he would get, like, depraved people. Or people who would also been shit on. Like, he'd get those low to, like, work for him. And other, like, villains, other henchmen he'd just kill off and shit. But there would always be, like, the weird ones that he would, like, you know.
No, I'm with you 100%.
Like, you get it, because life is always dark for you. You know, like, life always sucks for you. So
why did I think you were dissing me for a little bit? Life is always dark for you. I was like, that dark nigga joke? That dark nigga joke?
You are the darkness.
I am. And so, I do want to talk.
Space look at you like, damn, that nigga black. Space called you a nigga.
Being called the hard ER by Space is fucking wild. I don't even say that, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, dude, the hard ER by infinite blackness.
Eternity came to you with like, nigger.
Damn, son. Even the infinite? Damn, nigga.
Space itself said,
damn, shit.
Black. Darkness.
Oh, shit.
I need to put an extra sun by you. Where you at?
Shit. What about the boo, nigga? We got the fucking doubles. What the fuck is this shit?
You about to get your ass a neutron star and kick some of that shit out.
Oh, shit. Shit's funny. Shit is funny. But yeah, I want to talk DC for a little bit. The pink. Eternity was like, at least I got stars too, nigga. I smile.
Oh god, photos gotta be funny too.
Oh shit, it's funny. I'm all good with racist comments as long as it's funny. Yeah. If it's funny, I'm like, that's funny. Alright, nigga.
Yeah, I've heard plenty of black jokes and I'm like, okay, that's pretty good.
No, yeah, I saw one the other day. There's a video of a bunch of black people on a cruise ship, and they were all like dancing in the pool area of the ship, and someone commented. He put KFC, but the C was SEA.
Yeah.
I was like, alright.
Damn.
Alright. I was like, alright, man. Okay, alright. Yeah, I was like, alright. Yeah, alright. I was like, alright. it. Like I said, if it's funny, I'm like, all right, nigga, that's kind of funny.
I mean, it's funny because even though there's some niggas who do, like, there's a lot of niggas who will go to the water or go to the snow, get all fitted up, get nice trunks, be in a boat, get glasses, all about the whole motherfucking thing. And we will not get in that water, and we ain't trying to go out in that snow.
Nope.
Like, oh, nigga, what you got snow goggles on? Yeah, because they look fly, nigga.
Just take a picture, nigga. Yeah,
Nigga don't know the 90s, nigga.
yeah, on the gram, nigga.
Nigga, I take this shit to the club, nigga.
Like, get that on the gram, nigga. Like, that's what MAGA people imagine slave shits were like. No, 100%. And so, I do want to talk DC for a little bit. I feel like Matt Reeves is being selfish.
What do you mean?
Why can't this Batman be in the current DCU? Why not? Why not?
Because having a reasonably powered Batman in the DCU just doesn't make a lot of good sense. I mean, we kind of saw this, I feel, with what's it called? With the Affleck Batman, where it's like, well, once you bring in the other characters, this nigga don't make sense no more. Like, this nigga just in the back. Like, you remember the Doomsday fight? So what's Batman doing? He literally like that fucking gif. It's just the back giving a thumbs up. You gotta do it great. You gotta do it great. Like, you didn't even point to the, like, oh, hey, you know, the kryptonite thing, you know, maybe he's, like, you weren't in the back analyzing. Like, you don't got no, like, you need at least a heavier tech Batman. Or, like I said, I mean, this Batman operates off like a single PC and a tablet. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I didn't think about that. That might not appear well in live action. You know, we've accepted Batman being in the Justice League for years. We have accepted that. Like, all right, he's in the Justice League. But in live action, I can see someone being like, why do we need him?
Yeah, and I think that's something that Gunn is going to have to address, and I think you first do that with characters like Mr. Terrific, in the sense that you need to establish the ability that there is a tech offset for power, a good tech offset for power. Bruce having a lot of money, having access to that, being intelligent, as well as him being, you know, cunning, brave, all that, whatever, blah blah blah, allows him to have access to that if you're going to put him on the Justice League. Because if not, like right now, the Batman that Reeves has established is nowhere near that level.
Why not?
Because they didn't write the movie like that.
So talk to me.
So,
hear me out. Talk to me. Okay.
Because it was well received, it's a smarter move financially and for the character to keep that character in his own thing. Especially if this Penguin show kicks in.
Hear me out. Batman books are not drawn, colored, nor done like a Flash book. Is that acceptable?
Yeah.
Neither a Green Lantern book. So why for the Batman film could it just be completely different than all the other ones?
Because I feel like live action makes a lot of the action portions harder.
What you mean?
For him to be working alongside everybody else who has superpowers. Because if not, you do exactly like I said in the Doomsday fight with him, Wonder Woman, and Superman, where it's like, nigga, I have to remind myself that you were there.
I don't remember.
Like, I feel like that could have been when you were picking up Martha. And it would have made no difference.
Now, MTF says, like Tony, kind of like Tony Stark. Tell me more. Okay, I think I get what he's getting, as in, like, Tony Stark has proven why, even though he's just a human, the Iron Man suit has shown, you know, why he's able to do that. But the problem is this. Let me tell you something. Here's the problem with live action Batman being in the Justice League. I feel like as comic book readers, and I come off as a DC hater. I'm not a DC hater at all. I prefer Marvel. This is just my thoughts. I feel like as comic book enjoyers, we've accepted that Batman can press back, and L kick like Mortal Kombat and do a sweep and sweep Darkseid.
I mean, I don't accept it, but I've seen it.
You've accepted it.
I haven't accepted it.
You've accepted it.
I've seen it.
We've had, no, this is bullshit. We've had. Or he should have created the Iron Fist show too.
Yeah, no. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It has happened. I understand. I agree with what you're saying.
I don't like it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But
I don't have to like it.
Like, yes.
If I have to accept Catwoman beating up 3 Flashes at one time, you know what?
She's a cat.
No, I don't accept that. Never mind. You don't have to accept. No, Tom King. No.
But see, and this
No.
part of, and this is actually because I was going to bring this up on the show.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of a problem I have with comic books, especially in this era.
Tell me more.
Or writers in this era, is stop utilizing big cosmic level characters to just make a character feel OP for no reason at all. Like, I hate these high level glam ups that completely fuck up the cosmic order.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you topple a higher level being as a hero or something, it's generally through like some sort of like redemption arc, artifact find, temporary power up, or something like that. I don't like this. Like, oh, okay, so who are we gonna have beat up Galactus this week? Or who are we gonna have beat up Thanos? Thanos pulls up to Earth like 30 times a week. Like, no, back in the day, one of the reasons why these characters, your Galactus, your Thanos, your Darkseid, your fucking Eon, all these characters would rarely show up, and it would take a combined effort and some luck, generally, to topple them. Yeah. Which is what made them so badass. But now they'd be like, oh, well, what happened? Well, we got a new hero today, and guess what? He one-shot at Thanos. And then what happens next week? Well, next week he gets knocked out for a bit by some street thugs. So, because writing that for his first fight was stupid. Right.
No, I agree with you 100%. I really like, for example, if you're gonna have a human on the team, I really like how Jed McKay is doing Sam Wilson on the Avengers. As in, this nigga is on a team with Captain Marvel, Thor, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Iron Man. Like, he is the least powerful person.
That's why you gotta smash Captain Marvel, make sure she protects you.
You better, for real, probably so. But
self-preservation.
What makes him important is what they said. What Captain Marvel said. She was like, You're the everyman people of our group. People can't relate to Tony Stark. They can't relate to Wanda. They can't relate to Vision. They can't relate to Captain Marvel. They can't relate to Thor. They definitely can't relate to T'Challa.
So he is for the Drake fans, bird niggas.
That's what the owl's for? You think a bird bitch? Bird niggas are bird bitches?
Bird niggas are bird bitches.
It's almost like pro wrestling where a dominant character can put over another character to make them feel more accomplished. They did that with X-Pac. They did that with 1-2-3 Kid. Remember he took out Razor Ramon?
Yep.
I'm showing my age.
Rest in peace, Razor Ramon.
Rest in peace to the god, Scott Hall.
Razor's Edge.
You know what? I was a fan of Razor Ramon before watching Scarface. As I watched Scarface, I was like, hey! Hey, wait a minute! Hey!
I see you now.
Hey, wait a minute!
Dude, I was thinking, like, wrestling is probably one of the biggest, most fucked up things that we have, like,
in existence.
Support. Because it's, like, it's entertaining. I mean, I've had, like, I'm not a active wrestling fan, but I had seasons that I followed. Mm-hmm. I played multiple games of it. Like, I followed the hype. I was into it for like a good bit, and it was amazing because the shit came out like it was Love and Hip Hop, where it was like I'm getting like 3 fucking different things, like Monday Night Raw, Thursday Night SmackDown, and there was another one. Raw. Monday
there was Raw, SmackDown. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
There was one more, right? Or was it just WCW?
Then it was WCW, like Monday Night Nitro.
Nitro. Yeah. But it was like, bro, you get all this wrestling, and you have 2 fairly big leagues. I mean, WCW is definitely not WWF. Sorry, WWE. See, that's what it. I remember.
Now we really showing our age.
I definitely watched it when it was before the E.
Now we really showing age. Yeah, Sunday Night Heat. Thank you. That was for WCW, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. But it was good. It was entertaining. It was fun. Like, and you got a lot of it. Mm-hmm. But then when you find out like how it all works, how like none of you are actually employees, You like single contracts for every single show. Have to pay for all your own shit, travel, all this stuff, and you're literally doing physically taxing work with high possibility of injury, with no benefits.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Like Behind the Ring, I think it's called. What they talk about, it's crazy. Speaking of which, oh man, Netflix is doing that Vince McMahon documentary.
Vince is, I mean, I'm sure once you get to the power stuff, but it's like, yeah, Vince is one of those people where it's like, yeah, you came from more humble beginnings. Because the thing is, Dad owned half the wrestling circuit. And then Vince got into it, changed the whole thing, brought all of it into one conglomerate, changed all the contracting, did all that shit. And
everything was good until Stone Cold. Everything was fine. And then Stone Cold happened. And what I mean by that is when Stone Cold showed up, and he was definitely, straight up, fuck you, fuck the system, fuck the man, fuck Vince McMahon. Vince jumped into the heel role. As in, I'm the bad guy. And I think he started to become the actual bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, that has to be a hard thing to do when you're playing yourself. Your family's in it. You're in it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you probably don't see too many things bad because, I mean, what's it called? Dude, Hunter himself, dude who plays
Triple H. Yeah.
I mean, he actually married your daughter.
Yeah.
Like, that happened in real life. Like, it wasn't just a storyline. Like, that really happened. So it's like, I can see how some lines get blurred, in there.
Yeah,
And you got a shit ton of money.
Yeah. And Vince McMahon, when he was almost going to do a story where the son knocked up the daughter, I think he was always the bad guy behind the scenes, but once he realized that being that way in front of the camera made money, he had no incentive to do better. I honestly think that made him worse. Like, that made, because he really started to really jump into, I'm an evil ass nigga role.
Well, once you get, I don't know, I also think, like, when you were in a position like that, and you go from not having a lot and working hard to getting way more than you or should have, in the sense of, like, yeah, I mean, you had more than enough money to have built up a lot of, especially the stars, as employees. I mean, you could have had, like, that, at least, like, a top 50 roster of people guaranteed with benefits, like, really, like, starting to treat your employees, the people making you this money, well, and you didn't. You just kept more money for yourself. Like, I think that's, over time, like, that kind of behavior, because it's very, I mean, other business people will tell you that. I mean, you have to think about it, like, Amazon's like $1 trillion company, and they still have people making minimum wage.
Yeah. Like,
you can't tell me there's something right about that.
Yeah. No, 100%. It's all business. And how the hell did we get on wrestling?
Huh?
How the hell did we get on wrestling?
I think we were talking about.
We went to Razor Ramon. Anyways,
character. Oh, you said something about a Vince McMahon documentary, Netflix.
That was before that. It's cool. We'll re-listen. And McMahon wanted to be the father of the baby. Oh yeah, then they changed it to Shane. Yeah, Galactus put over
Galactus put over new character.
Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, and they were like the heel. Okay, then I brought up 1, 2, 3 kids. Okay, okay, thank you, MTF. Or we smoke weed. We be forgetting shit. But I like that for Sam. That Sam is the face of the Avengers, and every time they need someone to speak, he goes out there. He goes out in the front, and he's actually in the battle with them. You can't do that with Batman. You can't. Batman ain't talking to these niggas.
I can't relate to the Knights.
Matter of fact, I miss when people didn't know that Batman existed. I miss when he was just. If you didn't live in Gotham, you didn't know this nigga existed or not.
Even when other Justice League members met him, they're like, "Holy shit, you're real!"
Like, holy shit, he's real. Like, you're a thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. And like the other older heroes know he exists, and they're all talking to him like regular. They're like, wait, you guys know this guy? And like in the old Justice League stuff that Grant Morrison did, when the Justice League would get them together and talk to the people, Batman wasn't there.
Yeah.
Batman's like, I'll just watch from the cave. I got more important shit to do. I'm not here to be seen. I'm only here because you guys need me.
Joker has a new neurotoxin. Has to go in.
Shit like that. You can't do that with Batman. And like NTS said, it's like, Bruce, he's not an everyman. He's a man with everything. Like, you can't relate to him.
Same, like you said, like Tony.
Yeah, basically that. And so that was the thing that I liked with Sam. But I'm wondering how tough it would be for people to buy the reason, and I'm talking like the regular people, not the people who just know, who know about the comic book shit, the people who just know about Batman in general. It's hard for them to think, especially people who only really know the Reeves and the other version that were just the Nolan one, that are more down to earth. That's probably their favorite form of Batman. That's probably the only way they see Batman. That type of Batman cannot be in the Justice League.
Yeah.
Even though it would make sense to us.
No. I don't like that Batman for the Justice League.
Why not?
I don't feel like I feel like you would need to at least do another movie where he gains significant technological advancements to help him keep up. Otherwise, like I said, it makes me feel like the Affleck Batman, where it's like, well, why are you here? It's like with, don't get me wrong, I like the action of the Martha scene whole deal, but it's like, you guys couldn't have, like, there were certain parts about it that were stupid. Like, absolutely fucking stupid. Like, number one, y'all niggas sitting there with the flamethrower. You are waiting for fucking Superman. Who, Superman's not like, oh, Superman just showed up. We don't know what this nigga could do. Like, you know what Superman could do. You know what you're up against. And you're supposed to take her out if Superman pulls up. You're not supposed to wait for Superman to pull up and then just hand her over. So, when Batman, who's like, look, I'm going to come in blazing, shoot Gatling guns, I'm going to jump in, I'm going to fight every nigga one-on-one, and then I'm going to, like, be throwing grenades around and all this other shit. Like, the fact that they didn't shoot her, burn her up, and leave is fucking wild to me.
I agree.
It is just wild to me because it's like, are you done? And they're just sitting in the room the entire time he's doing this, which is like a 5 minutes of fight. They're just like, oh shit, what's going on out there, man? What's going? I don't know, bro, but we were expecting Superman, so you have an idea what might be the fuck going on. You took this super alien's fucking mama, and the rich nigga said burn her up, and the nigga pull up, and what are you doing? Just stand there going, what's going on, guys? Like, what you think you could wait? You could have waited till you saw Superman and still burn her up? No. So it's like that whole part was just dumb. It was just dumb.
It was, and it is a dumb movie.
Dumb. And I think it would be dumb to take the Matt Reeves Superman or Batman and put him in that same universe with the Justice League, because you're like, all right, well, you got superpowers, and what do you do? Fight crime pretty good.
But even if you get one with more tech, it would be the same thing.
I think there are certain things you could do with a different Batman to establish that he is more like on the kind of closer to Cap level than he is the Matt Reeves Batman.
So super serum.
Definitely. I wouldn't say give him a super serum. I'm saying you can make him feel more like that than, what they've done with the Matt Reeves already. Because the Matt Reeves one already, we've established is like, nah, bro, I mean, you are actually fighting these henchmen.
Right.
You are not like, it's not like, oh, you pulled up on a Bane yet, and, you're fighting near superhuman characters. Like, no. Henchmen are giving you active problems. Justice League does not need you. Maybe if you call it in. You want to be Jarvis, nigga?
Want to be Jarvis next time?
You want to be Jarvis?
No, 100%. I get what you're saying. But keeping it DC, so we're getting an idea what type of how DC wants for the Green Lantern show.
Green one.
A what?
A green one.
Well, of course it's going to be white because...
That's part of the power set.
The Pattinson Batman doesn't even really know martial arts. Well, neither did Ben Affleck.
Yeah, but unless they go the Twilight route and just give him vampire powers. The vampire bat, and then then he has powers.
I'm not feeling the idea of Grumpy Hal. Well, let's talk about that. So they want to go an older, battle-worn, battle-tested, older, gristled, tough Hal Jordan.
They listen to the show.
Huh?
They listen to the show.
What you mean?
Well, I said you should do that so that way you can let like Guy, John, and Kyle shine, and then you don't have to go and you're not giving us like 10 Hal movies.
You know,
So Hal should be the one who's done it all already, and then you could do the buddy cop. Because I'd rather the buddy cop with John and Guy, and you could start it with maybe Guy and him, and then have him like walk through something
so
else.
Sinestro.
Huh?
So Sinestro.
What about it?
Sinestro was the buddy cop
Okay.
that he ended up becoming bad. That's the whole story of Sinestro.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, why not just do it with Sinestro?
Because he's purple. We ain't give purple niggas.
Is he purple?
Is he not purple?
I see it more as a hot pink.
Hot pink.
Hot pink.
He could be hot pink.
He's not purple.
He's a depend on the colorist.
Fair. I was thinking about that. I was like an older Hal. I don't know. Then I thought, what if we're getting Emerald Twilight?
He goes off. Yeah.
The story of Parallax.
I mean, it is one of the biggest stories in the Green Lantern.
Because that was an older Hal.
Yeah.
You had the Grays.
Yeah.
Old man Hal. Older, battle
I've done
tested.
it all. Been there.
You know, had sex with a minor.
Oof. Let's see who they cast living in Coast City.
You know, that's what I'm saying. They could kick it off with, is he the dude that survived Coast City? We can kick it off with that. Because he didn't become Parallax immediately. That's where it started. It started with Coast City.
And do some backstory of
Yes.
how that happened.
Yes. I don't mind him being older, but I still think he should have the
Dude, everything
flamboyant.
around the deaths of Superman was so fucking big at that time in DC.
Yeah?
The motherfuckers was made bad. Nightfall, the fucking Blackest Night.
Like,
Or not Blackest Night.
Emerald Twilight.
Emerald Twilight. Fucking Death of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, that shit was great.
Yeah, great stories. The Reign of Superman.
Reign of Superman.
Yeah.
Shit, bro, even Funeral for a Friend.
Funeral
had
for a
some good
Friend.
books and
Yeah,
tie-ins.
great stuff. Great stuff.
Like, I love that whole fucking song.
Yeah. Great stuff all around. So I think that's the route they're gonna go. My only issue with that is because they already said they wanted Jon Stewart. My issue with that is I think they're going to make Jon Stewart Kyle.
Okay, Torchbearer. Black Torchbearer. It's basically like, you are blacker than me.
That's why I'm covered in green. That's what it is.
That's why you been light green, so I can see your black ass.
Once again, Kyle Rayner erasure.
Instead of the lantern ring, it's gonna be the lantern bling. I found this lantern bling, cuz think they gonna keep John the way he is, or make him hella hood.
The green bling.
Green bling.
Green bling.
Every time I come around this sector, bling bling.
Like how? Oh, I'm glad they answered that. Well, when Parallax became Parallax, all the lanterns were fucked up. Only one could stop him, and it was Kyle, who was just a regular guy. Came and just gave him the ring. What I feel like if they do go the Parallax route with Hal, which it sounds like they're going that route, instead of it being Kyle, it'll just be John. John will take down Hal, and then John will be considered the greatest Green Lantern ever. I have no issue with that, other than that was Kyle's story.
Kyle Black now.
Kyle, not even just Kyle being black now. Kyle is now Jon Stewart.
Thus black. That's fine.
Fair. Did y'all see that Green Lantern animated movie from about a year ago? Yes, I have. It was great. It's good. And one of my biggest issues with DC and Green Lantern is that I feel like DC are pussy. They are too scared to say, this black man is Green Lantern. They're scared to do that. Instead, they were like, well, one of them is black. But the main one's the white boy. And there's a black one, too. And a Mexican one. And
And a squirrel.
And a squirrel. And a fly. And a planet.
Yep.
Yeah. And another thing I have a problem with this run, and it could be written great. Could be written fantastic. It's gonna be 100% on Earth. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. And they were like, well, we're trying to make it a detective show. I'm like, that's great. You can make it a detective show in space.
I mean, did y'all not see Star Wars?
You guys have your own
Literally,
Star Wars.
the Jedi go around like detectives looking for shit.
You guys have your own Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't like
You
that.
have it.
It's just like when Bendis was like, hey, we're going to do Guardians of the Galaxy books, and we're going to call it Grounded, and they're all on Earth. It's like, no.
No. So they're the Guardians of Earth.
Yeah.
And they're not even the Guardians of Earth.
It would have been much more if you were like grounded and they were on a different planet.
Yeah.
They just couldn't go around anywhere else.
I would be more hyped if it was a cosmic detective. Exactly. So what you've turned them to now is just super powered detectives. And
You just basically giving Batman powers.
yeah. And disappointing, but it could be great. So if we get a great story out of it, cool. But like,
I want the show to be good, but I don't like the fact it takes place on Earth.
yes,
I'd rather it have been Guy and I'd rather have been Guy and John and Hal as the like chief. Like Hal still have been the guy who did it all, done it all, but he's like running, parts of the corpse or whatever, and then you have that move in Emerald Twilight.
yeah,
Like, well, why can't he be like, well, why aren't you still in the field? It seems like you're more the capable kind of guy,
right.
You know, and then the whole Coast City thing, and you could do flashbacks to explain what happened, and then you eventually have him turn heel.
It's just an odd way to introduce the Green Lantern Corps, in my opinion. I agree 1,000,000,000%.
And I also don't like the idea of doing 2 lanterns just for an Earth thing. Like, I think if they would have been like, hey, we had to team up or parallel, like doing it over the whole sector and going to multiple planets just makes more sense to me. To have 2 lanterns for. Like, it should be bigger than just like, okay, if you need 2 lanterns and you're just all on one planet, well, you're not good at your job. You're both fired. We're gonna go get the fucking squirrel. You can do this shit.
I'm gonna get the dog, nigga. Gnort. Where's Gnort?
Yeah.
We're gonna get the dog out here.
Yeah,
but
hold up. It was Earth. Hey, guy, here's a ring. Enjoy yourself. You
chill.
had to protect yourself out here.
Yeah, where's Kilowog, nigga? Like,
Yeah, right?
Kilowog. I love Kilowog. But yeah, I'll accept whatever they do. The group has not given me a reason to not trust them. We'll see. I just thought that was an interesting way to introduce a Green Lantern Corps. Another issue is, and I feel like Gunn's gonna run into this, if you keep telling us that we're in a world where superheroes are everywhere, it's gonna be hard to do these movies and not be like, well, why aren't all these niggas here? You could get away with that with Marvel because they're not overpowered like that. Like, if I'm watching a Thor movie, I'm not going to ask, where's Ant-Man?
Yep. And all of that, but you notice a lot of the Thor stuff doesn't take place on Earth.
100%.
I mean, from Thor 2,
Mm-hmm.
Ragnarok,
Yeah.
Thor, the other one that they did.
Yeah.
They don't take place on. Yeah, one movie that took place on Earth, and then the only other times you see him on Earth is when he's dealing with shit. Generally, they come from space.
Yeah, 100%. They're not even typically based on there. Exactly. So, when we watch this Superman movie, or when we watch this Green Lantern show, I can see somebody being like, well, how come that version wasn't with Guy Gardner? Guy's in the Justice League. He's not a detective.
Yep.
Like, it just, I wish I understood, but...
And if it was so big, why didn't they see? Which I do feel like at least James Gunn recognizes, which is what I liked about the end of Peacemaker, where the Justice League shows up. Because it's like, yeah, you can't have things happen and, be about to, like, oh, well, this could be an end of the world level thing. And, think that nobody else is going to show up. So I liked when Gunn did that and was like, hey, Justice League just pulled up. But like you're saying, like, well, that's why this shouldn't all happen on Earth. It should happen also on other planets. So that you don't have those questions of like, well, where's Superman at? Where Batman at? Where the Flash at? Where Wonder Woman at? Where Pookie and Ray Ray and Little Pistol Starter? Where the Hood at?
No, that's true. What MTF said is true, because I said the same thing. I feel like Guy Gardner dies, and then the ring just flies, and Superman, the ring flies off and just flies away, and then we don't know what happens. Then we do the Green Lantern show, and it starts with Jon Stewart kicking it, and then one day the ring just goes in his finger. I said that too a lot. I was like, yeah, I can see that happening because they got to introduce a new Green Lantern because Jon Stewart's the newer one. My issue now, kind of, sort of, is well, why is there 2 on Earth? Never mind. Let's move on. Let's move on. I don't like that. I'm not a fan.
It just makes the weapon.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
That's why, like I said, if you go to other planets and you're going to other places in the sector,
yeah,
you know, it opens things up, and then it should be like, well, why are you in my sector? You know.
I agree. If they're gonna have someone train Jon Stewart, okay, I don't think it should be another human. I think it should be Nort, Chip.
It should be
or hell, make it
Kilowog.
Kilowog.
It always should be Kilowog.
Yeah, make it Kilowog.
If I don't hear him call somebody a poozer, then I didn't watch the Green Lantern show.
Well, maybe Hal returns to Earth, but then you gotta think, okay, why was Hal gone in the first place? And why did they not replace someone to guard this sector? Like,
and the only reason I'd say you do that is like you're saying, if you're going down the Emerald Twilight and the Guardians are like, nope, you can't, you're not fit right now to guard the sector because of what happened in Coast City, but we're going to give you a partner because you're still, the rings, obviously still tied to you and then leave you, so you're still worthy of it. Whatever, however you want to go down that route. But that's the only way you're really going to be doing that, which I don't care for, but that would be how I would see them doing it. But at the same time, like I said, doing a Green Lantern show and just having Earth is just the first mistake. And it could be good, but it could have been great.
I agree.
Because you also have, like you said, you have the opportunity to do other things. Space Star Wars. But detectives. Fucking.
You guys have your own Star Wars right there. You have it. It's there. All you have to do is say, yes. Yes. The whole entire lore, pretty much, of Star Wars could be applied to Green Lantern. Yep. 1,000%. You don't even really have to make too many changes to it. Just say these niggas have rings instead of lightsabers.
It's true.
You can do
light rings.
Hey, I see what you did there.
You can do anything.
Yes, absolutely. So, shout out to James Gunn and whatever he's gonna do. He's filming Peacemaker season. Are we gonna call it season 2? We technically can't really call it season 2.
Season 2, part 1.
Season 1, part 2.
Season 1, did.
Season 1, part 2. I guess because they're saying everything that happened in the first season doesn't count because it happened in universes no longer exist. So it's like, okay, then.
They should change the show name to Peaceful Maker. Peaceful Maker.
Peaceful Maker.
Are we gonna get a new intro? How are you gonna top that intro?
That's a good intro.
Because you could have just as easily reused that intro.
Yeah, I agree.
The few who died out.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%.
You think they're gonna bring everybody back?
So far, yes.
You think? I mean, everybody, even the ones who would have died, like his dad, for example. Are we still gonna get Peacemaker with a dad? Go back down that road? Is he gonna have to kill him again?
I like what it is. I think that Peacemaker is going to somehow know the universe has changed.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like, is he gonna have to kill his dad again?
I got you. Well, maybe he knows the universe has changed, but the dad's still dead.
Was the dad still dead?
But the dad's still dead.
What if the dad's like super nice?
What if he's a good guy now?
He has a black wife. Even better yet, Blasian.
Shit.
And he embraces both cultures.
Or Blindian, you got a little Kamala, little Kamala in action.
And he embraces both cultures fully.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
Got several koofies.
That's
he goes out there and speaks pictures of him, like I walked with Dr. King.
The T-1000 in a kufi is crazy. The T-1000 in a kufi is crazy. With the last 20 minutes we have
T-1000. Sorry, I was talking to Terminator the other day and how fucked up that movie is when you really think about it, or that franchise is.
Yeah.
It's.
I think we need another Terminator movie.
They just did an animated show.
The anime? I haven't fully finished it, but I like what I've watched. I just need to go ahead and finish it. I think the world needs a new Terminator film because if the Terminator world was real, we are leading right into Judgment Day.
Here's the thing: is technically, and this is the beauty of the Terminator concept is, well, it's not that the Terminator world is real; it's that the Terminator multiverse is real. Because you have to, if you think about, you understand what the Terminators did, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Matrix kind of concept in the sense of like, well, humans didn't invent time travel.
Mm-hmm.
You remember in the very first movie, basically what ends up happening is you have a paradoxical point created in that you have this guy, Kyle, I believe his name was, who is told that his boss, John Connor, needs him to go into the past to save his mom from a robot. Now you have to think about this. They break into a Skynet facility to do this. It wasn't like they invented time travel to do this, which means at that point, the robots already had time travel.
Yeah.
They could have time traveled hundreds and hundreds of times.
Yeah.
John Connor technically can't exist until that dude bangs his mom. So there has to be a point at the beginning of all this where there was no John Connor.
There's no John Connor. Yeah. No.
So
yeah.
you know who John Connor probably was?
What?
A machine. That they basically were probably going back in time again and again and again, trying to ensure that they are created in every reality. So what they do is they send a robot back. They send the evidence of that back. Humanity has to create them. But probably to invent time travel, there has to be the degree of the resistance. Otherwise, if they just win right away, why would they ever need time travel?
What have you done? You just opened a paradox. You just opened a box.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking
Kyle
of this.
Reese, yep.
Because in the actual Terminator lore, they send another Terminator to go back and they actually kill John Connor. They actually succeed in doing so.
Well, remember, they sent the first Terminator back.
Yeah, no, they sent the first one to kill the mom.
Yeah.
And then they stopped it.
Because remember who gets there first? The Terminator got there first. So the
No,
Terminator
yeah.
was
So
sent
they were
before
following.
Kyle.
Yeah, no, you're right.
They didn't follow. They followed the
You're
Terminator.
right. But here's the deal. Did you see the one with the female Terminator and she was trying to save the little Latino girl, the little Mexican girl?
Yeah. What the hell?
In
Salvation,
the beginning,
maybe?
yeah, Salvation.
was
Slept
it
on
Dark
film.
Fate?
Slept on film.
Dark Fate or Salvation? I forget. But continue.
But that one, yeah, Dark Fate. Thank
Dark
you,
Fate,
thank you,
okay.
Dark Fate. Salvation was one that was in the current times, which I thought was great. I was like, tell me about the war. We keep hearing about the war. Tell us about the war. So, but anyways, in Dark Fate, it starts with them successfully killing John Connor. It starts that way, but because of his death, another woman becomes the new John Connor, and that's when they send this new one back there. So there is a timeline where there is a John Connor, and there's a timeline where there isn't one.
Yeah. So basically, that's what I said. From that initial paradoxical event, which if we consider the first Terminator, supposedly the initial event, from there, every other movie spawns. That's why different movies, sometimes Judgment Day happens at a different time. It happens later. Sometimes they've gone back with, like I said, where we see the same Linda Hamilton again. You know, and she has, like, you know, she meets like you said, John Connor dies, or you have these different events that happen. But what the Terminator successfully did was they've inserted themselves as a paradoxical event into the universe. So they continuously, basically, AI is created by man. Skynet is basically, based off of a Skynet find. That Skynet find creates Skynet. A resistance is formed around a John Connor or a John Connor-like being, pushing the robots to eventually create time travel, then to create the same paradox again in another reality. Because they're not going back to the same timeline. You know, otherwise they could actually stop it. So every time they're going to a new reality.
No, you're right. And here's a thought
happen.
that I'm starting to have, because you know how my brain thinks. I'm thinking, what if there are a shit ton of saviors? Think of it like this. They went back in time to kill John Connor, and they successfully do so. Then another girl becomes the new savior. And so what if they sent, and then she becomes the new savior that goes in the future. What if another robot goes and kills her? And then another one, and another one. But what if, hold on real quick before you get there. What if there is a Connor that goes and finds a way to go to all these different dimensions, and he gets all the saviors. And he's like, look, eventually all of us are supposed to die. Eventually, including me. We need to come together. We are the saviors. All of us together. We're the only ones. And what if each one comes with their own Terminator? Because they sent Terminators to protect them. Talk to me.
Okay.
Let's have this conversation.
I'll tell you. So based on the way
I got
based
you.
on the way it goes, that would be the worst thing for humanity.
Tell
ever.
me more. Let's talk about it.
John Connor is the idea of John Connor, the idea of the Savior, is a robotic creation. Because you have to remember, robots won the war. If robots didn't create time travel, there's no resistance possibility.
Did they win?
And think about this also.
Or are they just winning?
Think about this. How else did they find out about the robots' plans for time travel and where the time travel base was? This is a humanity who is literally in the dust after being nuked. And you're telling me
a robot.
what?
She gave birth to him.
No. I'm saying they conditioned that existence. They're the reason. The original John Connor, who had to send Kyle back, couldn't have been John Connor because without Kyle going back, there's no John Connor. So the fact that he's like John Connor sent me back means that guess who John Connor had to be? Like in the later movie that they did where with Amelia Clark, where they made the robot John Connor. That first John Connor was a robot to set the whole thing up. Because more than likely, they probably sent Terminators to other realities to try to introduce Skynet, and maybe it failed. Maybe the resistance was needed.
But that's what I mean when I say, you're right, 100%, but that's what I mean when I say we could use a new Terminator. Because what if the Terminators get together and be like, look, man, like the future Skynet, they're like, look, man, this shit ain't working. Every time we go and kill a savior, a new one's born. That's how the movie can start. I'm spitballing here. This is how my brain works. The movie starts with them killing another savior. Because remember the third one, they were killing all of Connor's homeboys.
Yeah, they
were
were all the lieutenants.
The lieutenants and shit. What if the Terminators get tired? They're like, dude, we keep sending niggas back. They're killing all the niggas, and we're still getting fucked up. A new one comes, and then another one comes, and then another one comes. They're like, and then when the Terminators think, we're going through this all the wrong way. They're like, what? What if we teach humanity? The AI is okay. AI is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, you could type it in and get these little cute pictures. Yeah, go ahead. So they send the Terminator back, but not as one that can fight. One that becomes a politician. Follow me.
Bro, now you're getting into pure evil.
Follow me. Stick with me. Stick with
Terminators
me.
aren't that evil, bro. They can't do
Stick
politics.
with me. Follow me. Follow me. He becomes he kills a politician, becomes it. His big push, AI. Look how easy you can type this in. Does your homework for you. Why do you need employees? Nigga, type this shit into this shit, bro. They'll do all the work for you. This is good. Hey, look, Japan, let me talk to you. Yo, I want you guys to create these robots that can do things like serve people. Like do this. This is shit that's really happening today.
Yeah, but the problem becomes the same result. Like there's no real reason to do it that way.
What you mean?
The military AI of Skynet already had control of all the nuclear arsenal of robots and everything that the military was working on.
Right.
So it's kind of like we literally introducing them on that level to the world doesn't do anything for
thing. He said the same thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything for the humans when the robots literally wipe the humans out. And this is what I'm saying is
they didn't wipe them out. They didn't wipe him out. Oh. And the whole reason why they sent the Terminator back was because eventually John Connor leads them to victory.
No. They don't lose. You have to remember, in that first thing, the robots are still in charge. They're fighting for their last desperate chance.
Right.
Remember, Kyle Reese and that John Connor and that Resistance are fighting for their last desperate chance. They get wiped out at multiple locations as distractions.
If I'm not mistaken, you're going to make me rewatch this shit again. But I swear that what happened was, and I think they even kind of capitalized this on Dark Fate, was that the reason why the humans lost was because they didn't come together. Everybody was out for self. They did not come together. And that's why the robots hated John Connor. Because John Connor was like, basically, Martin Luther King. Let's all get along and fight these niggas.
You have to remember the destiny that she's having is that you're literally, John Connor will lead the resistance. Not John Connor will lead the resistance to victory. John Connor will just simply lead the resistance.
But-
there was no victory for the humans in the
I
Terminator
disagree with
storyline.
that. I disagree because
They
if there was no
win small
here's the
battles.
thing. If there was really no victory, why would they send a Terminator back in time? Why? If they know there's no victory for them.
Because, and that's where I started the story with, is
Okay.
they're creating the ability to send themselves, that same AI, into the multiverse. And they're creating a system where essentially, because think about this.
Damn it, that's too good. Terminator variants of the TVA.
Think about this. If there's no resistance in the beginning, like say, or not, there's no resistance. Without the resistance, Terminator is technically won. And they would have never created time travel. Thus, they would have never explored the multiverse. They would have never had the need to. Most technologies are born out of war. So by creating a John Connor, by creating this whole resistance concept, and introducing yourselves in the multiverse, you create Skynet that will create time travel in every single reality to combat this supposed resistance, and thus insert itself into a new reality,
Okay.
insert itself into a new reality,
Okay.
insert itself
Let's
into
go
a new
off of
reality.
that. Let's go off of that.
But I'm saying,
So
there
each
was
reality.
but I'm saying, the entire savior complex could never have been a human thing. It only could have been robots because there's no John Connor to be born until Kyle Reese goes back. Humanity never invented time travel, so they could have never sent Kyle Reese back. The John Connor that Kyle Reese, the first Kyle Reese knew, couldn't have been John Connor or a human.
I think they're saying. Did you watch Terminator Zero? I haven't finished it. I think that it's ambiguous as to whether the humans win or are just motivated to keep the resistance fight going. But here's the thing: knowing how a computer would work, if they knew that it was futile. If they realize it is futile, I don't see them doing that. I don't see what they gain from that. What they would have to do, I'm not against what you're saying, but what needs to be introduced is why introducing John Connor is beneficial for them.
But that's what I was explaining. Is
Okay.
That is how they are introducing themselves into the multiverse and creating the ability for Skynet to basically.
Damn it.
Skynet, the technology, because remember in the first Terminator, the hand gets left behind, right? And then humanity, the next set of humanity, they avoid that first Judgment Day, but then they get the hand and they start creating Skynet all over again, right? And they're creating it based off that same AI. And remember, there's no John Connor without time travel.
But
there's no John Connor without Kyle Reese.
But they killed John Connor.
No. Yes, because they've already started this pattern. So I'm saying, go back to the very first movie. Think about the very first movie. Who are John Connor's parents?
Sarah Connor
And Kyle Reese. How was he born? Kyle Reese goes into the past. So how would Kyle Reese know John Connor from the very first time until he went to the past and fucked his mom? So there's a point where there's no John Connor.
Let's talk about this.
John Connor does not exist until Kyle Reese goes back to the past and fucks his mom.
What if, no, hear me out. God damn it. How did we get on this?
No, there is a Skynet without the original T-800 going back in time, because the first Terminator occurs when just humanity invented AI. AI turned on humanity, and then that first AI sent the Terminator back. Terminator 2 doesn't happen.
Doom. But this is more important to me right now. No, let's not just go. No, hear me out. What if Terminator Dark Fate was an alternate world?
Yeah, they're all alternate worlds.
No.
Yeah,
So.
I think 3 of the movies happen in the same world. The ones with Linda Hamilton are supposed to happen in the same
They
world.
all have. Okay.
But the rest of them are alternate versions, because D-Day happens at different times.
So what about Genesis?
Genesis happens. D-Day happened at a different time in Genesis. It wasn't the original 1997 or 99.
So
whatever.
and also Terminator 3.
Also, D-Day happened at a different time, because remember, John Connor's older and it doesn't happen yet. Because remember, the first D-Day was supposed to happen when John Connor was a baby. And then John Connor lives to be older. And then D-Day is supposed to happen still. Like, you didn't. Remember, Arnold breaks it down to him. You didn't prevent it, you just delayed it. Terminator 3, they're like, oh, we thought we really prevented it, but guess we just delayed it again. And they keep going down those roads.
I would love to pin a story about. We can still go off of both of our concepts, where the humans start to go back in time too. And they're like, well, if we've discovered this technology, we can go back in time too, but it always ends up failing. It always ends up failing. And in each, and we can have one that's been like, I've been through each timeline. We all fail. Every single one of them. On some Doctor Strange shit. We fail every single one of them. What can we do different? Well, what if we get all the saviors? All the saviors come together. And we fight because we are the ones that the Terminators are afraid of. They're sending them back in time for us. And every time we lose, it's because it's one of us. It's just one of us versus whatever that is. What if one John Connor goes back and teaches all the other saviors? Listen, I've taken out Terminators before. I know how to take these niggas out. I'm going to train all of you how to do this shit. There should
but I mean, at the same time, you do realize they don't know how to do that.
They're gonna train him
for their lives.
He is
scrambling together
but
for
okay.
every little bit of it. There is no. They have never been close in any movie. These niggas spent an entire movie taking out one Terminator.
Everything you're saying is proof of why it should be done. This is what you're saying. Everything you're saying.
But I'm saying that it's such a far reach to do that. The truth is, the only way they're ever going to stop this and protect the rest of these universes, because, like you said, if they all come together and they realize, hey, I'm gonna save it from this round, I'm gonna save it from this round, they have to realize, like, the problem is time travel. The moment we start going back and we continue this cycle, we need to stop. Sending Kyle Reese back in time to fuck her moms, bro.
Kyle Reese is out here fucking moms. Hey, what if? Hey, no, listen, check this out. What if? Hey, yo, I love it. What if all the John Connors, all different ones? One time he fucks an African chick. One time he fucks a Mexican chick. One time he fucks a chick from India. There's a fucking multi-race of fucking John Connors.
It's not Reese's. No, there's a John Rodriguez.
Yes.
A John Wayne.
I love it.
John Wick. John. Hey, he's the only one who stopped the Terminator.
Listen, the Council of Carters. This is writing itself. This is a way that we can rejuvenate the franchise. Let's do something different.
I'm just saying, I just don't want them trying to say, hey, we can just beat the machines like this. They need to stop the cycle. So the Council of Connors need to realize, and that's what I'm saying.
I like it though.
The Council of Connors need to realize, or the Johns of Justice.
I love
it. They need to realize that, yes, the humans set this up.
Yes.
The robots set this up. And that's what I'm saying. Because you have that.
This is a great idea.
Paradoxical point. Because, like I said, there's no John Connor without Kyle Reese. And Kyle Reese doesn't create a John Connor until he goes back in time. Like I said, that first John Connor that Kyle Reese meets has to be a robot. It has to be setting up. Because think about it. Number one, how else did you know about the time travel? You guys don't speak binary. The robots don't have. The robots don't have a reason to talk to you, niggas.
Look at what MTF just said. It's code name.
What if John Connor eventually becomes?
This is the John Connor.
But that's what I'm saying.
This is the John Connor.
Okay, so now you're hearing one. The John Connor concept was created by the robots. The whole John Connor thing, like I said, because the humans finding out about the time machine. Okay. But think about this. Like I said, they're in the desolation of war. It's kind of like in the Matrix. When you think about like Zion, like you can't tell me that anything but the fucking robots built this giant underground fucking city.
He said it.
Gave them all this technology because they don't know where it came from.
We've killed hundreds of Zions. What are you talking about? Like, we do this all the time.
Yeah. Like, this is what we do. Like, they made that place for you. Because, just like in the Matrix, guess what? They realized they needed a resistance. They don't innovate without that combat. It's the same thing about humanity in war.
But how did Neo end up winning? He ended up doing something that none of them else have done. Same thing with Doctor Strange. He had to do something different. I can see that happening. Let's go off your concept. Like you said, the Skynet created John Connor. What?
Neo didn't win.
Huh?
Neo didn't win.
Well, they didn't win, but they came to a conclusion.
No. Literally, at the end of the movie, the architect and her like, until basically, yes, it's working for now, but until next time. Yeah, at the end of the third one, the architect and old sister girl is like, well, things are working for now, things seem stable, but until next time, like, they've had stability before. The entire point of the Matrix is that
Skynet is a war. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. Let's go off with everything you said. But what if Skynet?
Hey, kid. Be out in a bit.
We're almost done. We gotta wrap. We gotta talk. We're having a tense conversation. Intense.
Close the door. Alright, because the light comes in.
Really intense. So let me do this. Let's go off of your thing. Skynet created John Connor. I'm rolling with that. But what if the original robots didn't think that? They're just sending shit back. Then a Skynet. What if they send what if Skynet sends a robot back to that Skynet, and they're like, dog, you guys are doing this wrong. They're like, what do you mean? They're like, you are creating John Connor. John Connor does not exist without you. So then they start thinking things differently. Like, you're right. They are creating John Connor. If the Terminators do not go back in time, there is no John Connor. He doesn't exist. And that's what that Terminator is presenting to them. Like, dog, you guys went back in time. If you don't go back in time, there is no John Connor.
Let me give you one to kind of play on.
Talk to me.
To kind of play on your thing.
Then we gotta wrap up.
All right. What if you get to so many variations of this that one of the John Connors creates Skynet and is pushing, like you talked about the Terminator is pushing AI. So what if they create a John Connor that becomes the part of
what
that,
I'm saying.
and then creates a rogue AI, and that AI is going to try to do the same thing. So, but it's not the original Sky. So the idea behind the growing of that Skynet is that Skynet is inserting itself. So it is the singular AI in each reality. So every AI that gets into another reality is a variation of that AI. But now with this new John Connor, he's created his own AI. And this AI is now coming into combat with that other AI. And that goes into like what you're saying about like, oh no, we need to stop the creation of these John Connor. Because your John Connor fucking shit up. And it's created this wrong AI that's battling our AIs.
You see,
basically...
What if, because I was thinking this, what if the AI Connor starts to slowly become evil, like on some The Maker shit? Like, they're like, dog, you're working with the thing we're fighting. He's like, oh no, it's good. No, it's fine. I got it taken care of. But then he starts thinking like the AI. And they're like, dog, you are starting to scare us. Like, this Connor, like, dude, he is starting to scare us.
And then you have the original Skynet wanting to work with the humans to stop that AI from spreading itself through the multiverse.
And that's our episode. We gotta end. We have to end because him just saying that opened like an hour and stuff for me. I want to thank y'all for joining us today.
It's your boy Phony Toast, Toasters with the mostest.
Chaz, the old naked bastard. See y'all next time. Peace.
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 Yeah, I should clip this.